Hello and welcome back to Cooking with Lynn. I have quite the treat today. We are going to do pancakes with roasted bananas and pecans. It's as good as it sounds, trust me. All right, so what we're going to do is have a 1/4 cup of pecans, 3 bananas. That will be, and then also we're going to have like 3 tablespoons of syrup. That'll be what we put on this pan here, which has parchment paper. We're going to roast that for 15 minutes and then put it over top of our pancakes. I'm now going to take some butter, put it in a pan, let that start to melt. And also I have my fluffy pancake recipe. And so what we're going to do is mix in the dry ingredients, which is 2½ cups of flour. Got my whisk. Live with your whisk. And we have 4 teaspoons of baking powder. 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And on the baking powder, always check and make sure that you're just right in your expiration date. You don't want to be over it because then it won't work. 5 tablespoons of sugar. We're going to mix all of this together, just like this, until it's well incorporated. And now what we're going to do is leave a little well right there in the center, because now we're going to put together our wet ingredients. Let's see here. I'm going to actually need a little bigger bowl. Mix together our eggs. Good. I hope my sound's a little better. I just noticed there's a lot of clanging, which drove me crazy when I was watching these. Now I'm going to mix up the eggs like this. Now we've got 2 teaspoons of my maple extract. And then we're going to have 1½ cups of milk. Okay. And now here's the honey. And my sister said, oh, the greatest thing to do to get your honey to be syrupy is to put it in a cup of hot water, and it makes it nice and runny, which is wonderful. Makes it so much easier. So let's see here. Whoops. Let's do a 1/4 cup of honey. The nice little sweetener. I love honey. I don't know if you saw my pizza from yesterday. It was a homemade pizza with some hot honey and pepperoni pizza. Oh my God, it was so good too. Was it good, Mark?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was so good. Just that hot honey on pizza is just amazing. Anyways, I love honey, obviously. All right. Okay, let's put this honey in there. Just like that. Turn that heat in a little bit here. Don't want the butter to burn. I'm gonna have brown butter. I'm gonna mix this up. Good enough. Now what we're gonna do is I got this little well in here. Okay. Now we're going to mix in the wet ingredients to the dry ingredients. And then we're going to let it set 5 minutes to let the baking soda, baking powder activate, and that's going to give us our fluffy pancakes. And as we start to making our pancakes, and then I have the oven head up to 375 degrees, I'm going to start preparing the bananas, pecan, and syrup mixture. Bake that for 15 minutes. And so I gotta time it out when I'm close to the end of my pancakes. Now we don't wanna overmix the pancakes. It's okay to have a few lumps. So you just wanna make sure it's well incorporated. Just like this. Oops. Take that one. There we go. My husband's very excited for this recipe. I smell the maple extract. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, that's good enough. Now let's let that set 5 minutes and I'll be back. Okay, and now we are starting the pancakes. And what you want to do is not really have it on high, have it on medium. As you can see, it's starting to bubble here, just like that. And then we're going to let them slowly cook, and then they're going to just slowly rise. You can almost see it rising. So, looking good. Want a few more bubbles here. I know he's excited. I'm going to kind of look at it. He's excited to have these pancakes, and they are so delish. See all the bubbles on there? It's ready to flip. Oops. Wasn't the best flip. That's okay. This one is golden. All right, flip it. Oh, look at how pretty they are. Let them sit there. It's beautiful. And what I used was like a 1/4 cup. And oh, look at those fluff. Aren't those pretty? And I use a 1/4 cup measuring device. And that's how I kind of measure out my pancakes, of how much pancake mixture you should put in the pan. I only do 2 at a time so that I can just let them do their little rise thing. And it's gonna be a minute or two to cook up the rest of these pancakes. And then when I'm near the end, where it's gonna take like 15 minutes, and then I'm gonna chop up my bananas and put them on the cookie sheet with parchment paper, drizzle maple syrup, and sprinkle it with pecan. Actually, I'm gonna put bananas, sprinkle it with pecans, then put the maple syrup over top of that. Okay, I'm gonna put more butter in. As you see, it dries out. Love the sizzling of butter melt down. I'm gonna still have more batter. I'm getting ready to do. All right, now let's put this here, 1/4 cup. All right. Another one in there. This is so much fun. They're kind of close together, so what I'm gonna do is kind of, if it cooks a little more, I'm gonna separate it out. See this one, these things are cooking. All right, maybe it's ready. I'm not tearing the pancake too badly. Cooking fast now. Oops, uh-oh, epic failure, that's okay. That's okay, we will just put this one aside. Just happens sometimes, and it's okay. I'm gonna still keep it in there because I'm human. Humans make mistakes. Okay. Look at that fluffing up right before your eyes. You can see that. Isn't that amazing? Like I say, make sure your baking powder is current date. That way you can have this happen. It's just beautiful, fluffy pancakes, and it's ready to go. Okay, now we're going to chop up the bananas. They're going to be about a 1/2 inch. Got 3 total, all the pancakes. And you're going to want to get bananas that are not overly ripe, but they're almost ripe. Let me get one here. kind of like, see how there's still some green? That's what you're going to want, so you don't have overly mushy bananas. You can still see there's some nice texture here. Little ends out. These ends don't make, I suppose they're usable, but all right. And now I'm going to get all my bananas out. Just like this. Oh, this is such a good recipe. So good. This is like one of our family favorites that we like to do. All right. Okay, now I'm going to do this is Drizzle. Let's see here. Nope. I'm going to put my pecans over top like this so they're getting baked as well. Now drizzle about 3 teaspoons syrup, just like this. A little bit more. Perfect. All right, we'll be back in 15 minutes. Okay, we're back. We've got everything put together. You can see my husband had this great idea of making little pancakes for nice on-the-road treats. And here's our bananas all baked up. Now something fun, something I forgot to tell you is when it went into the oven is I had to put a little bit of cinnamon on top. And then also here, I've got one of these cups. Here I'm gonna make some cinnamon, brown sugar, butter also. So what we're gonna do, put a little bit of cinnamon in there, and then I'm so sorry. No. Okay, and I'm going to put some brown sugar. Stir this up. This is pretty handy. I mean, you can put this on the table. You can have butter. You can have your sauces. This is pretty fun. So I'm going to put a little bit of butter. You got to have butter on your pancakes. Just like that. I'm going to taste it. That is so good. And we'll keep it out. Now, this is hot. Don't touch this without holding on to it. All right, here we go. Beautiful. Now, oh my God, it's so good. Oh guys, oh my gosh, this is such a luxury breakfast. There we go. Now if you want some strawberries on the side or what have you, but look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Whipped cream. Whipped cream. Yes, we can get some whipped cream here. Thank you, honey. Dollop here. Perfection. Enjoy. I know we are.